I'm going to share my screen with you. There we go. It's Monday. There we go. Alrighty. And if you could also do me a favor, if everyone could mute themselves, so that we don't have feedback during the session that might interfere with anyone's ability to focus. So we're going to start out. You guys are always going to hear me say, if you come to any of my classes, we're always going to start out at mycbdesk.com. I know there's a Realogy site floating out there that's lovely, but this is really where we want to be. We lovingly refer to it as desk. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to jump into Prospect Square. Now you'll see I have Prospect Square at the very top. If for whatever reason you're having trouble finding it, you can go over to the filter and type in Prospect, and that will pop up for you. Just a little cheat there in case you didn't know. So we're going to jump into Prospect Square. Mine always makes me toggle because I'm an employee. Yours is going to send you right into the system. There we go. Alrighty. And we're going to go straight into our reports. I'm going to go into area reports. That's what I'm going to use to share. And there are different ways that we're able to share these reports up and above, setting them up for our clients. Now we can add our clients, our prospects, any of our leads. Let's say I have a list from my listing concierge, Boost by HomeSpotter. I can put them in a group. I can set them all up on an area report for the area where they were asking about that particular listing. But for this, we're going to kind of go outside the box a little bit and see some different ways that we can utilize them to market ourselves as the area expert. One of those ways is to share them on Facebook. And who doesn't want to have a little extra social media content to push out? I really like these links. They're easy to click on, to read through. And for that purpose, I'm simply going to go to preview and share. When I click on that preview and share, and we did go into Prospect Square, we hit the area report, and then we hit preview and share. You're going to see there's 25 pages, which to me is a little overwhelming if I'm looking for a specific area. I don't have time to be efficient. I don't want to sit here and go through 25 pages. So I'm simply going to hit the find button. And I'm going to select the county that I'm looking for. I will warn you, if you're looking in Frederick, there is a Frederick County for Maryland and a Frederick County for Virginia. So just make sure that you grabbed the correct one. I happen to lay my eyes on this one, so I'm going to go with Baltimore County, and we're going to do a search. With the area reports, we can show an area report for all of Baltimore County, or it will break down the areas into zip codes. Baldwin has its own zip code, Catonsville, Cockeysville, Dundalk, etc. all have their own zip codes. In some instances, it will break them down into only single family homes. Sometimes it will also break them down into condos as well. One thing that is important to remember when we come into Prospect Square is this link right here is what they refer to as a live link. That's going to be important when we get to the website to share these on our website, because this live link means anytime that I share this particular link, so I'm going to go ahead and copy that. I'm just going to go ahead and paste it in a new tab, and that's going to pull up my area report. The important thing to note with that is as we get into September, right now it's the end of August, so I have a July report. On the 5th of September, this link will automatically update to the August report. So it's always going to be 1 month behind. We know I can't give statistics for my current month until it's completed. So here we have our July report. And it's important to know that anytime we use this live link, if someone were to click on this particular link in the future, they're always going to get the most updated report. I am a huge fan of that. It just lets them know that I'm on my toes. I know everything there is to know about real estate, and I'm showing that through this report. Now you'll see once I open this report, I can very easily print this to PDF. Where this would be a really great way to use it would be to print this out and take it to my open house, to have something there for someone to take with them. I could walk a neighborhood. I'm always a big fan as the fall approaches. There's going to be a lot of community yard sales. That is a great opportunity to walk your neighborhoods that you're farming, that you're working in. People are already outside. They can't get away from you. Not that we, want to chase them or anything, but they're already going to be outside. Great opportunity. Or you could also mail them to your farming area as well. I can hit the share button here. If I do that, you're going to see loads and loads of social media. Some of these I have never heard of myself. As you go through, you will find Facebook. You can send it via Gmail. I do believe there's LinkedIn in here for those of you that are on LinkedIn and don't post very often. This gives you some easy content if you would like to post. You'll see for those that are in Slack or you want to Skype, those kind of things. The only thing you're not going to see here is Instagram, because we know that Instagram, I can't post a link. It has to be a photo, but I'll show you how to do that in just a bit. Now, Facebook, we know, is the social media. They're the dominant social media. So we do have a cheat button over here for Facebook, and I can very easily just click on that button. I'm already logged into Facebook on my computer. This is going to pull up my personal Facebook profile. And I don't want to post it there. I want to make sure that I'm posting to my business page. So I'm going to share on a page that I manage. And that's just in that little drop-down menu over on the top left-hand side. So once I do that, it will ask me what page would I like to share it on. If you have multiple pages, this is just where you want to make sure. You can see here I have a lot of pages. I'm selecting my Coldwell Banker Realty page. And then this is where I have the opportunity to state something, what is the market doing in your area? How has COVID affected the real estate market in your area? Get all the latest details, contact me for more information. Excuse me. You can also, I'm a very big fan of letting people know if you would like to receive these automatically in your inbox every month, let me know. Never miss the opportunity to see what is going on in your local market. When they open that up, it's going to post exactly this way. So I'm just going to say, check out the Baltimore County I'm just going to say that for now, just to have something there, and I'm going to post to Facebook. One thing that I am a huge fan of from experience is I'm now going to go to Facebook and I'm going to look at this post. I'm going to go to my page. I'm going to pull up my business page and I'm going to look at it. I'm going to make sure that it looks good. I'm going to make sure that it says what I want it to say. In this instance, I'm not going to say, check out your July report, only because if someone is to go here and by September 5th and they're looking back through all of my content, then they're not going to see July, they're going to see August or the most current report. So I always advise, and again, you can do however you would like to, but you'll see as soon as they click, they're going to get through and they're going to get to my report. It's going to give them all of the data, some lovely graphs here. We'll see the days on the market has gone down, average sales price has gone up. Now, where this is important is last month, the average sales price might have been 15% up, or the month before it might have been 18% higher. Or a month before that, it might have been 23% higher. So while we see that it's higher, the trend may actually be going down. And we're able to go through this report, kind of see some of that information It's wonderful to be able to take this with you on a listing appointment, add it to your mock. And if everybody could mute themselves so we don't have any feedback, thank you very much. I appreciate that. But here you have all this information. Again, they can access it. If they don't understand it, there are the little info bubbles here to tell them what the graph represents, or even better, they can just call you and ask you to go over these figures with them. So here I'm just going to go ahead and delete that because I teach this a lot. I'll have plenty of these on my page. So that's how you get into the area report, the preview and share. And that's how we would share it on Facebook. But there are additional ways to share this information on Facebook. We also have a little share button right here. If we share, we can tweet, we can share on Facebook, share on LinkedIn. They do have Tumblr, Pinterest, Flip, Telegram, Slack, and WordPress. So you're able to share excuse me, that way as well. You can just click that button, and again, it's going to take you to that, like it did before, take you to that particular page and allow you to tweet or share as you need to. There's also a nice preview button here. If I just want to look at the report, I can do that. I can pull that report up directly in my system. And maybe I want to share this on Instagram. So now I have a lot of this information and I want to share my Prospect Square information on Instagram. But I know that I can't take this link and share it on Instagram because that's all photo. That's where I'm able to go into Desk and I can go into Brandserv. If it's the first time you've ever logged into Brandserv, it will ask you to sign in for access. It doesn't take too long to get access. And then we're able to go up here. Now you can go to marketing assets, go to social media, go to posts, and look for the market update that way. But if you're like me, I like to be more efficient with my time. I'm just going to type market report or market update up here in the top. You'll see it's giving me a market update here, and I can view all of my results. And it's going to take me directly to the tile that I'm looking for. So I'm just going to click through to get to that particular tile. And you'll see here, this is a handy way to include this information from your Prospect Square report, but in an image tactic or tile that you can easily post to Instagram. You can also utilize this on Facebook and other social media as well. To do that, I'm just going to hit customize. Once that pops up, it's going to give me some options. Now you'll see here I have a customized name. I am a very big fan. You'll see if you hover over the info button, the customized name is a nickname. That's just if I need to go back through my download history and find it again. Maybe I'm uploading several things and I want to know which is which. Maybe I have a Baltimore County and a Carroll County and an Anne Arundel County, anything that I'm doing. So I'm going to say Baltimore County market update, and this is going to be for July 2021. Now I have some options here. I do have an option here for a blue background, the Coldwell Banker Blue. I also have a white option, and there's also an option here with a photo. I'm going to go ahead and show you the one with the image on the right-hand side. If you select no image, all of the steps will be identical. You just won't add a photo. So that would be the only difference. We do have to make sure when we add an image that we have the rights to use that image. There is some great photography right here in Brandserv that I utilize frequently with my marketing. If you are a Canva user, there's a lot of photography there and some stock images on unsplash.com. I'm a fan when I have someone take some pictures of a new listing, if the photographer is willing and able to get some photographs of the local neighborhood as well, and then you always have them to utilize in your marketing. So I'm going to add an image. I'm just going to select an image that I have here from my system. You'll see I have lots of agents in here, or you can choose a file here and find one on your computer. I'm just going to use this one just for the sake of time. And then region name, I know is Baltimore County. This is for July of 2021. And the property type is going to be all residential types. It's not going to be selective, it's just all the types. And you'll see here, you have to select at least a minimum of 3 of the stat selections. You can do all 5 if you want, but they are not required. So it will give you a little more information here to enter that $sign, that symbol in front of the amount. It's not going to do that for you. But here we can go through and put them in the average that they're shown. You can change the order if you would like to. I'm just going to go with the order that they're shown. And again, you don't have to include everything, but you can if you want. So median sales price. I'm just going to slide over here to Prospect Square. I'm going to go down. I'll make that a little bit bigger. Here I'm going to go down and I'm going to see the median sales price, so that median sold price for July of 2021. I'm going to go ahead and copy that, and I'm just going to paste it in. The average sales price, so that average sold price, I'm going to go ahead and copy that and paste that right in there. Properties for sale, so new listings is 717, and then I know I'm going to need the sold listings, so the new listings are 717, 717. Properties sold is 567. And then the average days on the market is 14. So I can put that average days on the market, is 14. My DBA logo. I'm not as sure with DC and Virginia. I'm sure that they are the same. I know that the Real Estate Commission in Maryland is extremely picky. Anytime you do any marketing, we must have Coldwell Banker Realty. So we do have to have that realty on our logos because our license does say realty. So if you type in CBR, and again, that's just CBR, and then just select that from the drop-down menu, it will select the correct logo for you. And now it's asking me for a sourcing data disclaimer. And I have absolutely no idea what this is supposed to mean. So I'm going to cheat the system just a little bit because Prospect Square is actually going to give me my disclaimer. If we scroll all the way down to the very, very bottom of any Prospect Square report, you will have a large disclaimer at the bottom with your fair housing, your realty, your equal opportunity and Fair Housing Act, everything you need to be compliant. For the purpose of your sourcing disclaimer, you will only need the 2 sentences that are in front of the copyright date. So the property information herein is derived from various sources that may include, but not be limited to, county records and the multiple listservs. It includes proximizations because we know this data changes daily. So although the information is believed to be accurate, it's not warranted. You should not rely on it without personal verification. So that just means that they really need to know, they need to call you. And this also protects you again because the data changes from day to day. So I'm just going to go ahead. I've copied that. I'm going to paste it in here. And now I'm going to agree that the image that I uploaded, image right terms, you'll see it's kind of wordy. Definitely want to read through that. But that basically that photo belongs to me. I did not Google it. I did not take it from the internet. It did not come from another listing. This photo belongs to me, or it is a freely usable stock image or an image I have paid for. So I'm going to go ahead and generate that proof. And it's going to pull that up. It's going to say, hold on just a second. We're going to go ahead and put that together for you. So I'm just going to remove anything that's old from my system there. And you'll see here I have my market update social media image. Now, if I did several of these, they would all say market update social media image. So therefore I have named it so that I know which is which. I can very easily hit the back button. I can go in and create another one exactly the same way I just did this one, and then I would have multiples here in my queue. Now I can view this proof here. I do not want to download this proof anytime for any reason. It's not going to be a high quality. It's also going to give me my text in magenta. Now they do that on purpose because they don't want you to right click and save as. We do have to go through the system and go ahead and go all the way through and place the order. So I like what it said. It looked good to me. I'm going to click that button. I'm going to add it to my cart. This is my wallet's favorite part because I can go ahead and place my order and I have not spent any additional money. So some people have asked, why do we have to place the order? They do have a team that goes through Brandserv frequently, and anything that they find that we're not using, they clear out and they add additional things that we like, that they see that we are utilizing. So here you'll see I placed my order. We have some order options here. I don't need to reorder. I don't need to look at details. And then it says distribute file. So you have two options now. I can get the file now. If I click on that, mine's going to pop up in Paint. I can go ahead and save as. I can save somewhere. So I'm just going to save in Brandserv. I'm just going to call this Market Update Baltimore County, and this one was July 2021. And again, the only wrong way for you to save it is if you can't find it later. So if you put things in folders, if you put them on your desktop, just make sure to rename it, whatever you're going to go searching for when you post it. If I do that, I am able to go to Facebook and upload. I can schedule, I can do all the things. So again, I can go to my page. From my page, I can create the post, upload that photo, or from publishing tools, for those of you that are familiar with that, we can go into publishing tools and go to scheduled. And that's where I'm able to create the post. Mine's always a little wonky, but I can add this photo. Again, I just need to go in wherever it is that I saved it. Oh, no. Marketing. Oh, and I have a lot of them. Oh, here it is right here. And then I can say something about it. And then in Facebook, I'm able to click the little drop down, and schedule my post on the date and the time that I want it to come out. I'm a fan of picking an off time. If I want it to come out at 12:30, maybe I'm going to do 12:28. Just so that when someone's going back through my business page later, it doesn't look like I was robotically posting. The thing that I like about this is you're able to go in and create these when you have the time to do so, save them in a folder to your computer, and go in later and schedule them out when you need to. I always like to go in on the 5th of the month. I'll sit down and pull all the different counties, the different zip codes that I need, and I have a strategy. Maybe on the 3rd Wednesday of every month, I post Parkville, or the 3rd Thursday of the month, I post So it's different. You know, everybody is a little bit different, but you can have social media strategy.
Tingnan ko, asan telepono?
No, 1 second. I'm going to go in and I'm going to mute.
Telepono ko.
Just because we have some feedback coming through. Alrighty, there we go. My apologies. There we go. So again, we're right back where we were. So that's just something you're able to do, but you're also able to go in now and publish directly from Brandserv. This was something that there's a little feedback button down here in Brandserv. You guys gave this feedback. They have listened and they have now made it very easily to do this. So publish to social. You'll see there are some additionals coming right now. We do have Facebook. You do have to know your Facebook password. I'm so sorry. But you do need to know your Facebook password. And then here, I've already linked Brandserv to Facebook. So the very first time that you do this, it will ask you to link your business page. Because I've already done that, it's just going to keep continuing as me. It's going to look like it's going to post to my personal profile. I promise you it will not, because I'm going to continue with my previous settings. And that's when I did select my Coldwell Banker Realty business page. So now I can just continue as myself. I can type something in, check out the local market. And I always like to say, contact me to receive these updated reports monthly in your inbox. I like to say automatically. That lets them know I'm going to set them up. I'm not going to be bugging them. You can also now schedule a future post. So I can preview this. I can schedule it now, or I can schedule for a future time. And again, it will go to my business page. It looks like my personal. I promise you it's already set up. And that's where I can say, oh, I want this to go out at 12:22 p.m. I'm going to preview. It's going to show me, check out what's new in the Baltimore County real estate market, contact me to receive these updated reports. It's going to have my particular post. It's got some sunflowers here. We know those are all over Maryland right now. And I can hit publish. Now, the only thing I will warn you with doing it this way is if I were to log into Facebook now and I were to go to my business page and into my publishing tools, this post is not going to show on my scheduled posts. Brandserv is holding this post for me. It will release it to Facebook at 12:22. So I don't have the ability. That's why I just prefer to go in and publish them myself in the background. Go ahead and schedule on Facebook, because if I need to get in there and I need to move stuff around, I'm able to do that. Someone once asked me, well, how do I get this on Instagram? So if I were to go to Instagram now and log into Instagram, I can find my Instagram, but there's no way to post anything. I can go through and see who's liking my stuff. I can go to the home screen. I can go through everyone's things. I can comment. I can like them. I can interact with people, but I can't post anything from Instagram. So what I generally tend to do is once it's posted on my Facebook business page, I just go there on my phone. I save the photo, I save the copy, and I just go to Instagram and I post it. But wait, there's more. There is a newer function in Facebook that if you would like to post a photo on your Instagram, if your business Instagram and your business Facebook are connected, and I want to schedule these reports to come out throughout the month. I want people to see that I'm the area expert. When I create this post, something that I have the ability to do is to add that Instagram. So now I don't have to go to Instagram and post anything. When it comes out on my business page, it will also come out on my Instagram for business. And again, any photo that I've used, any of the text that I've included will be there. I also tend to really like to put my website on there. I find that although on Instagram it is not clickable, it's not a hyperlink, it's my name, .cbintouch.com. Excuse me. So it's very easy for people to go to their browser and simply type that in. It's also in my bio in Instagram. So that is something as well. If you want to schedule it to come out on Instagram, although we don't have that option right now in Brandserv, we do have that option in Facebook. Again, you just have to have those connected. We do have lots of social media classes on Sales Pro now. We do have a social media expert who is teaching those. She's fantastic. But we're going to go back to Prospect Square, and here we'll make the screen a little bit smaller so we can see it. One other thing that you're able to do with these reports is share them on your website. So if I go to my InTouch agent website and I scroll down through all the information, you'll see here that I have some area reports. I have a little blurb here that I did take from Prospect Square. I set myself up to receive a report, and we know that when we send a report to a specific person, it does give a little blurb. So I took that blurb, I kind of edited it a little bit, and down here I have some photos. For whatever reason, your photos should hyperlink, my photos would not, but I can click through, and again, these are live links. So once I'm on here, I don't have to go here every month and put my Prospect Square report and update it. I can go through and say, oh, I want Frederick County, and now I'm getting Frederick County. And you can go in and see the differences in the data between the different places that you serve. The other thing you're able to do is when you go to communities, under your community served, you'll see here I have a lot of them because I teach this. You'll see here, if I go to one in particular that I've really kind of done a lot with, you'll see at the bottom, I do have a Prospect Square report. I have it linked. Someone can click through, they can get that large copy. And I also have the specific community. So not just, and I apologize, don't know why my picture's not popping up. But here I have it in an iframe. They can scroll through, they can look at all of that information if they would like to. I'm really a fan of doing the hyperlink because then they kind of have to reach out, you know, hey, can I get this every month? Here they're able to just scroll through, they can see that information themselves. So you might say, well, how do I get this on my website? Or why would I want this on my website? Again, it just shows that you are the area expert. Another reason is because I can go directly to my website very easily. I can click on this report, I can click on Facebook, and I can post this in a matter of minutes. Not that I don't want to go to desk, go to Prospect Square, go to area reports, go to preview and share, go to the county and find it, but you get the picture. It's just a little more efficient. It's also a great way for me to sit with a potential client. It's very easily accessible. They can see that I have this information. So for that, I would want to go to desk and I would want to log into my InTouch account. Once I've logged into InTouch, it'll pop up and there is a website button here at the top. So I'm going to go in through my website. I'm going to edit my site. So again, that's InTouch. We're going to go to website. We're going to go to edit site. So from here, that's where I'm just going to go ahead and go to my home page. I want to add a few reports to my home page, and here I'm able to edit that page. Now, there are several different ways to do this. And I would say if you get stuck, if this seems a little overwhelming to you, just know that your field marketing specialist in your office can sit with you in a one-on-one and help you work on this together. I have found that since I have these reports on my website, I view them frequently. And sometimes I can just spit the information out, which is really impressive even to my friends. They'll say, well, what's going on in this area? And I'm like, oh, you know, like the days on the market has gone down and the price is up like 14% and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, wow, you really know real estate. Yeah, it's because I have this report that kind of gives me the information. So from here, you're able to do one of two things. I can add a widget and I can add some custom content. If I add custom content, you'll see I can give it a headline. Maybe I want to call it, you know, area reports or whatever it is you want to call it. I'm going to leave my background white. You can change it to your primary or your secondary color. And then you will see here, it's just going to open in a blank space. So really you can add any type of information that you would like. So let's say I'm in Prospect Square and I would like to add a Baltimore County report. That's where I would be able to say, check out the local real estate market in Baltimore. Oh, I can't type today, my apologies. Baltimore County. Discover the details here. And I'm able to go to Prospect Square, copy this link. Now you do want to make sure you've copied the entire link. I've done it a couple times where I've missed something and it doesn't work. And then I can go through, and if I want to hyperlink, I always look at that as a GPS. I'm going to type in where I'm going first, and then I'm going to get the directions on how to get there. So here I've discovered the details here, and then I'm going to hit this link button. Hit the link button here, and I'm going to paste in that URL. Now remember, it's a live link, so once I do this, I don't have to keep coming back and updating it. I'm also going to open in a new window. And the reason that I'm going to do that is I don't want someone to completely leave my website. They're going to get distracted. They're going to go out and look at the report. And when they X off, I want them to come right back to my website. I'm going to hit save. And you'll see here, I'm not able to click on that because I am in the edit field. But you'll see if I hit the control button and I click there, my report has come up. So it will let me test it to make sure that it works. Again, I'm on a regular laptop, not a Mac. I'm not sure if Command would do the same thing, but if I hit Control and I click on the edit field there, it does pop up in a new window. I can hit Next when I'm done. I can hit Save. Let's say I want to have a photo. So I don't want to just say, check out the local real estate in Baltimore County. Now I want to add a photo. I can go into Photos, choose a photo. Now I can look through any photos that I've already uploaded to my website. You'll see here I have a lot of them because I do teach this. I can look through the catalog. So if I can find something in here that looks like Baltimore, I can do that. Or I can upload an image from my computer. So that might be something where you have stock images saved. I have a lot of stock images saved on the computer. And let's say just for this one, we'll go with we'll just go with a regular photo. Doesn't have to be that photo. Again, we do want to make sure that it looks like the area that we're serving. I can give it a meta description. So I'm going to call it my Baltimore County Area Real Estate Report. That just lets them know, it lets Google know, kind of like in the card catalog of what people are looking for, that they can pull this one out and serve it up. And now I have this photo that is very, very large. In InTouch, I can click on that photo and I'll get the little squares in the corner. And all I need to do is drag them down. And here I've selected a photo that is a landscape photo. If I'm going to add a bunch of photos, I probably want to make sure that they are all formatted the same. You don't have to do that. It's just advisable. I can also highlight everything and also center everything as well. You can go in, you can check out, you can make the print larger if you want. You can bold it, put it in italics, change the font size, the font itself. I can put that in here. And then if I want to include some additionals, I can then just go in and do that as well. So I'm just going to, maybe I want to put that underneath and it's not letting me, oh, there we go. So if I want to add another photo, I can add another photo. Again, if I want to go to the catalog and choose from the banners, I can do that as well. Maybe I want to do Baltimore City or Harford County Real Estate Report. I'm just selecting that because it was there. Again, I can take the photo, I can make it smaller. And if I'm making these photos smaller, you'll see it's very hard to see, but there are some numbers there. And that's where I'm able to select the exact same numbers to make sure everything is the same size, if you're particular like I am. And then here I'm just literally going to copy these words, and then I can put them underneath, make sure that they're centered, and then that's where I can just say Harford County. And then discover the details. Here I would go to Prospect Square, I would go to Mid-Atlantic to Harford County, search that, find that live link. And that's where, again, I can just go through, hyperlink that. I'm going to paste that link in a new window. And again, I probably want to make sure that I have the same font, the same text. I can hit next. I can hit save. We know if we're in InTouch, we haven't really saved yet until we get to the final. Oh, and you'll see mine, because I have sections, mine put it here. That's okay. Yours will come out regular. And then I'll save it. The other thing that you're able to do, and I would be remiss, mine here are in sections. So if you don't want to stack them on top of one another, but you want them to be spaced out, you're able to go in and add a section. So here we'll delete this one here. But we can add a section to the bottom, and that's where you can just determine, do I want to have 2? Do I want to have 4? Do I want 3 of them? And you can go through and hit save. And down here on the bottom, you'll see section 3, we have 3 columns. Now what's going to happen is when I add a widget and I add that custom content, I'm going to go through the exact same process as before. I'm going to select my image. I'm just going to select one from the catalog for time's sake. Pretend like I put that meta description in there. And that's where I'm able to kind of adjust here. So I have, I've done 501 by 282 is my number, so that I know if I do another one on another page to have that same number. Now I have my image, and that's where I would use my text. Oh, you can see that's where I'm going to type in, you know, this was the Harford County area report. Maybe I want to make that a little bit bigger. I want to center it underneath. And then I would go and find, so I'm just going to find in Prospect Square that particular report. I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to link it. I'm going to put it in a new window and hit save and hit next and hit save. What that's going to do is you'll see that's going to section that off here. I can then add another widget of custom content. And again, I'm going to go ahead and choose a photo. For time's sake, I'm just going to choose a banner from the system. We're going to pretend like I gave it a meta description. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try my best to get that number to match the other number. So the other number was 501 by 282. I'm going to play with it a little bit here. Even if it's not exact, that's okay. And again, sometimes you have to play with it. It's 502 by 282. I'm okay with that. And again, that's where I may want to say Baltimore County. Area report. Again, I probably want to make sure that I have that as the same font as before. I would have to go back and look at it. And then I want to go to Prospect Square. I want to find that Baltimore County. So again, it's just about going back up to Baltimore County. And when you're working with counties, it's a lot easier. They're a lot easier to find. They're always at the very top. And again, I'm just going to go ahead, hyperlink that, paste that in there in a new window, hit next, hit save. Now you're going to see, now I have another report. And just very quickly, just so that we can see exactly what that's going to look like. Again, choose an image from a banner. Again, we want to make sure that the photo is about the same. And here I'm not going to make this photo the same. I'm just going to leave it large, just to kind of show you what that's going to look like. I'm just going to say area report here, just for time's sake. We'll pretend like I hyperlinked it. We're going to save it. Now you're going to see it doesn't look exactly the same. That's okay. We're going to see what that looks like live. So we do have to preview and save, and then we have to save it to see what that's going to look like live. And then I definitely want to go to my website. I'm going to refresh my site so that anything new that I've added is there. And if we scroll to the bottom here, you'll see those 3 new sections. So here, that's where I could always go back and correct if I have spaces or if they're not the same font. Here I have the photos a lot larger. You can see here that this one was 501 by 282. This was 502 by 282, and you really can't tell the difference. So if it's close, you're good. And then I'm always going to double check. Okay, here I have my Harford County report. Here I have my Baltimore County report. And here I didn't put anything there, so I can't click on anything. You can go in and add these any way that you want to. And again, you can just add the stock images from the system. That works well. You can put as many or as few as you would like. And this also works as well when you go into your communities served. So it is a little different. So if we go into communities served, you'll see here I have a lot of communities served. Let's say that I want to go in and I want to add we'll just pick one in the middle here, Havre de Grace. So here I have Havre de Grace. I don't have any information. I have a photo. That's about it. And I want to add my Prospect Square report. So that's where I'm able to go into Prospect Square, find that particular report. I'm going to go ahead and look in Harford County, and I'm going to go down and look. These are all in alphabetical order. Here is Havre de Grace. So I'm able to take that link for Havre de Grace. I can say, discover what's new in the Havre de Grace real estate market. Anything that you want to say, and we're going to hyperlink. And again, it's just about pasting in that link, having it open in a new window, and hitting save. Now, because I don't have any other verbiage here, I'm probably going to make this a little bit bigger, just so that people can see it when they click on Havre de Grace. I want to make sure that they can have easy access to that. I can go and add as much or as little information as I want to add, and then I can hit save. Once I've saved that in here, that's the only button I need to hit. And again, I'm a very big fan of previewing. I'm going to go to my communities. I'm going to go to Havre de Grace. And now you can see discover what's new in the Havre de Grace real estate market. And when someone clicks on it, they're going to get to my report. And you'll see here, the data is a lot different. Some areas it's 13%, some it's 21. Some of the areas that I serve in particular, I've noticed the trends going up. And in other areas, the trends are going down. So 21% here. Again, it may have been 25% last month, or maybe it was 30% last month, or maybe last month it was 13. So that's where you would be able to get into these reports every month. And again, I can tell people, well, right now it's up 21. It's a great time to sell your house. But I can tell you from the previous months that trends are actually going down. Last month, we were up 25%. The month before, we were up 30%. So if you're looking to sell your house and you're looking to cash in for more money, again, we can see, although it is up for the month of July, throughout the summer, it is trending down. So that's where you're able to give that great information to your clients as well. So I know that I gave you a lot of information. This is all stuff that your field marketing specialist can sit down and go over with you. We can do it in a one-on-one. We're able to show you how to add these reports. Again, if you want to add them as links, if you want to have photos with them as well. And I do believe there are ways for you guys to actually hyperlink your photos so that when you go to your website, again, you have all of this really good information. You'll see some of mine here. These were just some that I had put in originally, and then the new ones that we did are down here. Different ways that you can do it. Mine are a little bit rounded here. I did these photos in Canva just because I wanted them to look a certain way. But again, you can add information here, and you can really do, and because I use the section, you'll see that they're sectioned off. Again, this photo is larger. I'd probably want to make that a little smaller, but I didn't have to sit here and count how many spaces between them. It's going to add them per the size of the photo between each other. So hopefully that was not too much information. Again, there's lots of different things that you can do outside the box with our tools. They really do kind of crisscross and go together. I do enjoy reading the Prospect Square reports. I'm a real estate nerd. I just like to know what's going on in my areas. But again, just a fantastic way of reaching out via your website, very easily accessible. I can pull that up. I can get, my website is on my business card. Someone can find that information very easily. I can find the information very easily to share it as well. Does anyone have any questions at this time? Okay. If you would like to get a copy of this recording, if you could please